Dear students, welcome to the course of Essence of Indian Traditional Knowledge. Today's topic Chemical Sciences. In our previous topic, we have completed military and space developments in India from ancient to modern India. What are the major milestones in space development and military development? And we have highlighted the milestones of ISRO which has made the Indian space program successful. So with these few previous topics what we have done, today we are going to discuss few developments in chemical sciences. After completion of this lecture, you will be able to identify the developments in Indian chemistry during Vedic, post-Vedic and modern days in India. Going into few details, chemistry in earlier literature. So from our earlier literature, that is Vedic literature, the chemistry details are summarized as Rig Veda mentions metals like gold, copper, silver and bronze, which are treated as most precious metals in the present day. So these metals have different physical and chemical characteristics, and they require different types of extraction processes to get out of their ores, like iron, to extract iron from its ore, that is iron ore, or to extract gold from its ore, or to extract copper from its ore. So each of them has got different physical and chemical characteristics. That is what they have different types of extraction processes. All the processes are not similar or not identical. So the technique for metallurgical alloying, that is in Chandogya Upanishad, is as follows. So metallurgical alloying technique is as follows. One would join gold with borax and silver with gold and silver, tin with silver and lead with tin and copper with the help of lead and timber with the help of copper and leather. So this technique is used till now for reducing the melting point of the metals to be alloyed. So alloys, so always gold with borax when we join reduces the melting point of the alloy that is formed. So when silver is joined with gold, so it reduces the melting point of the alloy that has been formed. Similarly with tin with silver, lead with tin and copper with lead and timber with copper and leather. All these alloys that are formed because of this joining will reduce the melting point. This is the technique that has been established for metallurgical alloying, which was presented in Chandogya Upanishad. And this early literature again gives few details of chemistry from Kautilya Arthashastra. This is one of the Purana, which gives the data on what are the chemical practices that are prevailing in the present day, in particular about the mines and minerals, including metal ores of gold, silver, copper, lead, tin, and iron. It also discusses various characteristics of precious stones like pearl, ruby, beryl. So, Kautilya Arthashastra gives the existing chemical practices and also it gives the characteristics of precious stones. And it also gives the details of fermented juices from sugarcane, jaggery, honey, jambu, jackfruit, mango, etc. And it also gives the details of oil extraction. Two texts of Ayurveda, very famous texts, that is Charaka Samhita and Susruta Samhita, which we treat as parts of Ayurveda, that is medical science. So they gives the details of also of wide range of chemicals for medical use. So chemicals are required for medical use, like what are all the metals, minerals, salts, juices required for the preparation of various alkalis. We call it as Sara, which is regarded as one of the 10 arts, that is Kala. So preparation of alkali with the use of metals, minerals, salts and juices is one of the 10 arts regarded as Kala. Alkalis were used to treat surgical instruments as well as thin sheet metals like iron, gold or silver for the preparation of drugs. So these alkalis which are prepared by various metals, minerals, salts and juices are not only called as a kala, it is also used to treat surgical instruments, and they are also used in the preparation of drugs. Parts of chemistry in India. So in India, what are the parts of chemistry are listed as generally Indian ideas about chemistry have gone through experimentation, not only by belief but also through experimentation. So the areas of application of the principles of chemistry where we can apply the principles of chemistry are in melting the metals, in the distillation of perfumes and fragrant ointments, making of dyes and pigments, extraction of sugar, etc. So in melting processes, in distillation processes, in making of dyes and in extraction processes, we use the applications of chemistry. In ancient India, the chemistry was called as Rasayana Shastra or Rasavidya or Rasatantra and Rasakriya. All of them means only one thing, that is science of liquids. Science of liquids is known as Rasayana Shastra, Rasavidya, Rasatantra, Rasakriya. So a part of this all these terms is rasa, which means liquid. Another word we call it as dravya, which means a slurry. So this is also used to refer to chemicals. Not only rasa, dravya is also used to refer to chemicals. Rasa refers to liquid, dravya refers to slurry. Glass making, pottery, jewelry making, dyeing of clothes, tanning of leather were the major chemical arts and crafts in the early period. So, in the ancient periods, all these art and crafts made through chemicals are existing. The branches of sciences found in Vedas are one is Nyaya Vaisheshika system, which gives the details about atoms of air, water, fire, sky, and earth. And the next branch is Nyaya Darshana, which gives the information about preparing lenses. Then Rasatantra gives the information about metals, chemicals, and chemical processing. Rasatantra Granda, this is a very important thing, which gives the interesting information of how to construct a chemistry laboratory, which of the practices are still prevailing. Whereas coming to modern chemistry, chemistry has been developed mainly in two forms. One is alchemy and one is iatrochemistry. Alchemy is preparing gold from various metals, which is a belief nowadays as it has got no proofs. And iatrochemistry deals with the chemical practices to help medical science. To help medical science. So chemistry was developed mainly in these two forms, but they have declined due to the introduction of practice of Western medicine in 20th century. Where in our ancient times, Indian dyes are of superior quality and low priced, and they have brought a large return to European trading companies. But when a scientist named Human discovered synthetic indigo, that is synthetic dyes have been introduced which have overtook natural dyes. But now again in the present day, the Western world is looking an alternative medicine based on traditional Indian recipes and iatrochemistry. That is what the global annual trade for herbal products nowadays has reached $60 billion. And in India, the study of chemistry was first introduced at a Presidency College of Calcutta in 1872, and in 1886 it also has introduced postgraduate teaching in chemistry. These are the few modern chemistry aspects in India. Based on this lecture, we have few lecture level problems which can be discussed in the classroom. That's all for this topic. Thank you. Happy learning.